Hello everyone and welcome to the 100 building plot series. In each of these plots we will be building a building that will go based on a corresponding theme per row, such as 1 through 10 would be a row. At the ends of each row, except for 100, 99, we'll have Cybercat CEO be joining us in the creative building series. Anyways, with that all said, I hope you all enjoy the series. Hello everyone, there was something I did want to say at the end of the previous video, but I forgot to. I'm sorry it took so long for that video to come out. I've just been dealing with a lot of crap. You guys can understand that. I've just been a wreck. Trying to get my sleep schedule fixed so I actually get up early and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why it's been a while. Let's just say it took me almost 3 weeks, when it should have been out like 3 weeks ago, obviously. Cybercat CEO already released his video on the escape room, and a while ago, and I mean a while ago. Richard Ryland's currently working on his video, legitimately working on his video as of the time of this particular recording. But yeah, we're back on the creative build series. There's only one episode, and this time though I'm gonna make sure it's a lot shorter, and I mean a lot shorter. Yeah. So, the first row is all going to be like medieval-esque. Yeah, give me a second, I need to sneeze. Jeez. But yeah, I think I just want to go ahead and get started on this build. And I think today I want to build a cave with a salamander sticking its head out of the cave. Now, what I mean by salamander, I'm talking about the type of dragon, the one that's relatively long body, has more than 4 limbs, but cannot fly. Yeah. So like a silk spanner from How to Train Your Dragon. That's pretty much what it is. Or the fireworm queen, or the fireworms. Pretty much that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about salamander. So yeah, I just thought that would be a cool idea. And like, it makes sense if it's supposed to be magical and stuff like that. It could also mean European architecture, because look at that, it's very much European, but also very much Viking architecture. Very much like a cabin and stuff like that. So honestly, it makes sense to continue that trend with just a simple little cave. I thought, a cave wouldn't be a bad idea. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to once I get the floor as stone, and then we'll figure out what to do for a possible texture. So I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. There was one thing I forgot to mention in the intro. It actually has something to do with Legos, believe it or not. Bionicles, to be precise. Yep. I actually build bionicles. Mostly on Studio, however, though. So, nothing crazy. Give me a second, I'm trying to line this up. Okay. But anyways, yeah, I mostly build bionicles and stuff like that. I have built like Zoids and other things out of Lego on the Studio program. Yeah, that's been happening. It's the clouds, I think. Or Prismara, the Prismara shaders needs an update, probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, the reason why I brought that up is because I'm actually very close to completing a Bionicle project I've been working on for like the past almost 4 to 3 years. Like it's been either 3 or close to 4. And the project is called Bionicle Dimension, and it's pretty much a lot of characters. about 198 models. Yeah, there's almost 200 models. But, a decent amount of that, though. It's like maybe 150 are actually characters, while the rest are all just like, army building or something like that. And let's just say I finally got past that part, and now it's just very quick home stretch. I just had to get like a bunch of frames built, and I had to build them. So it does mean I will probably be making Bionicle videos, hopefully soon on that. Also, I have actually been playing Digimon Time Stranger still. Been playing the DLCs, and I am not excited for the third one. I would have preferred the Sovereign. I'm sorry, I would have preferred the Digimon Sovereign over the X antibodies. Doesn't mean they're not cool, but not something I was interested in. And I would have been fine if they had just gone with like, 4 different X antibodies, where Jesmon could also have become Jesmon GX, because that would have been super cool, but whatever. But, yeah. Also, I think I know what I'm gonna be able to, how I'll be able to make Pokemon art videos. Now, definitely let me know in the comments below if you guys would like me to do that. But anyways, I'm going to show you what we got so far. So we have the floor already made and ready to go. Heck, let me just go ahead and replace all of this with grass real quick. No, I'll do that during the, when I cut again later. But, yeah, this is what we have so far. Yeah, I know it's not gonna look like a cave from the sides, and that's the intention there. So, before we begin texturing, I would like to start working on this build. So we're going to do this. The whole way around. So that way we can start to make a relatively realistic cave. I will probably have to go back with stairs and stuff like that to add more detail. But for right now, I want to go ahead and start getting this shape in order. So now we're going to, that is not what we're going to do. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. That at least is going to give the cave some shape. I think it will look good in the end. But yeah, it's basically going to be this the whole time. Also lately I've been playing Pokemon X, like playing like it as a challenge, where I can only use gift Pokemon. So like that's what I've been also doing for the past week and a half. But yeah. And also I'm kind of sad because my sibling is actually going to be leaving for college soon, so I am a little sad about it, but I'm happy for her because at least she'll eventually be able to move out. Like, that's good for her. And, like, I really am happy for her, but I am gonna miss her a lot. But anyhow, but yeah, no, like for Pokemon X, there's not really that many gift Pokemon you can get. You can get about 5 if you count a fossil Pokemon, and if you count trades, that is. Now, there is a trade you could get. It's just I've gotten it very much near the end of the game, and I was like, I'm not gonna wait for that. So, like, it was the only exception I did to the rule. I just simply caught an Eevee when you could, like, give any Pokemon to trade for it. So, yeah. think that's good enough. I think I can now just have it stop right here. I'll do something like that. Do that again. And how does that look? It looks very unnatural. So I think I need to change the shape just a little. Just a wee bit. I'm thinking just 2 there. We're going to do something more like that. That looks ugly. Let me undo that. That looks weird. Because what I did just doesn't look good. That was looking weird. I think the curves are just... I think there's just too many curves. I think like that would be better. Yeah, that looks 10 times better. So now I do that. And we're going to do that. We're going to go down like that. Now we're going to begin the turning again. We're going to do something like that. Which I think that looks good. We're going to now begin doing the exact same thing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to basically just do the exact same thing we did a minute ago. Then we're going to do that. Which I think is an okay shape. It's not fully natural looking, but hey, it's fine. But I think that's a decently good shape. Now I just need to fill in this. And I'm probably gonna go off camera, get some slabs and some stairs. Shape it out a bit more. And I'll probably cut to the finished product. And also I'll continue talking about Pokemon X after that. But yeah, let me just get this filled in and I will be right back as soon as I am done with the shaping. So see you guys in a few minutes. And we're back. So I just wanted to come up with this little texture pattern. So at least now we know what kind of texture I would like to go for. We'll probably start with getting the inside done first. Then probably getting the outside and then figuring out how the stairs and stuff will work. So, simple. Very much simple. It's a good idea to start with the floor and work our way up. So, I want to put in one of them in the corner. What is wrong with my shaders? I really have no idea what's going on with the shaders. If I have to turn it off, I might have to turn it off. If it keeps bugging me, I'll just cut and remove it. But anyways, I did say I was going to talk about Pokemon X a bit more. Gonna work. But yeah, we have our overall shape. I know it looks ugly. That's why I made this series, so I can learn how to more easily terraform or make builds look nicer. That's why the series is made. But anyways, it's every time I move. Like when I stand still, nothing happens. When I move, it does that. That's weird. Anyways, Pokemon X has only technically 5 gift Pokemon. Obviously, that being your first starter Pokemon. I picked Furoki, clearly. That's your first gift Pokemon. It's your starter Pokemon. Your second starter Pokemon being the Kanto Pokemon. Okay. But anyways, the second gift Pokemon you receive is your secondary starter, so that being the Kanto starters. But yeah, you're given that. The second gift Pokemon is the fossil that you can revive. Now it goes stone. So yeah, we're just putting like these little things in corners and stuff like that, just to add some detail. Only just to add some detail. So do the same thing over here. Okay, I see a spot we're gonna have to fix real quick. But so far so good. But anyways, you are given the fossil Pokemon. So that's either Aurorus, Amora, and Tyrantrum. Obviously, it depends on which one you choose, but I also think it depends on the game. I feel like for Pokemon X, it makes sense to go for Aurorus, which that's what I did. It just makes sense, if you ask me. Ooh, I'm gonna need a slab. I need an andesite slab. That was not what I was even remotely trying to do. All I was trying to do was this. That was weird. But I'm just gonna go with that there. Should look like that. There's another corner. Now we're going to do a larger corner. So we're going to basically do this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Toward the end it goes to 1, 2. So now I put in the tough. Now I'm going to put in the andesite. And we're going to put one here. And that's why we kept the stone. I'm going to do something like that. So I'm probably going to do 1, 2, 3. Toward the end goes 1, 2. See? Very much easy and easy to do. So I'm probably going to go ahead and finish this, but before I do that, I want to finish talking about Pokemon X. Sorry if I'm just going all over the place and just stop talking at 1 second and talk at the next. My brain hurts, man. That's all I have to say. My brain just hurts right now. It is currently like 3 in the morning. Yeah, you see what I mean by my sleep schedule is a wreck? Yeah, my sleep schedule is a hecking mess. Tough right there. Now I need to put in some andesite. Anyways, so basically the gift Pokemon are your starter in X and Y, your 2 starters. Then it's the fossil. I believe it makes more sense to get Tyrantrum in Y, considering no Charizard X. And it makes more sense to have Aurorus in X, because, well, you don't want Dragon type, right? You don't want 2 Dragon types, technically speaking. After that, it's just the Lucario you are given once you've defeated the 3rd gym. And also after you defeated the 3rd gym is when you can get a Lapras. Otherwise, the only other gift Pokemon in the whole game are Trade or Mystery Gift. I will admit that looks ugly as heck. Look, I'm trying. But anyways, yeah, which I'm not gonna list them all. The one that I was gonna go for was an Eevee, to where like, oh, you could literally give this old woman any Pokemon you wanted to give her. But I believe it may have been very close to near the end of the game that I would have had to speed train, and it would have been like very obnoxious and very annoying. So, since I knew there was a place you could catch them before the 3rd gym, that's what I did. I caught an Eevee. Actually just evolved into a Sylveon today. So, isn't earlier in the day, on Wednesday. But, I also have been watching a show recently. A show I haven't watched in a long time that's actually getting a new show relatively soon. The show in question is Stargate. Yeah, I'm a Stargate fan. I actually like Stargate quite a decent bit. So I am excited to see what that new series will be. But also, speaking of new series, I'm just excited for a anime series that's also coming out, hopefully in the next few years. There's a new Evangelion show coming out. Can't wait to see what that one's like as well. Oh geez, the lag. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and I'll see you guys when hopefully this build will be done. So see you guys in just a few. And we're back. So this is best as I could do. Now, if this was in like a actual survival world, oh, I could probably make this cave look 10 times better. Because there would be actual natural shapes around where I could actually come up with something that would look, well, nice. This is, it's okay. I think I'm better at making houses. Not gonna lie, that looks really nice and ooh, ugh, ooh, ugh. And I will admit the little patterns I came up with. Wait, did I center? How in the hell did I center that? What? Did I actually almost? That is pretty dang close. It was just one little inch. That would have been very close to lining up with that one. Actually, it lines up. Whoops. But yeah, I will admit these patterns look more like a pigeon boo. I will admit that one should probably be a stair. Give me a second here. There we go. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I will admit these look a lot like little bird poops. Oh well. Like, I think as a whole, that kind of pattern does look nice. Let me actually remove this. But we are getting close to finishing this cave. It's the cave part. And then I guess I'll try my best to make a salamander. I think I'm gonna go with like probably a red and pink color scheme. Or I could make it even look like the little fire gecko from Frozen 2 is a possibility. I will admit those are possibilities, but we're moving on to the next bit. We're gonna add some of these near the entrance here. Or it'll be something like this. Basically coming up with this little interesting little pattern here. What we're going to do is probably place one large one here, a small one here, a extremely large one there. I'm going to place some rooted dirt on top of that. I'm just going to swap these two. Which I do think that's a really, really nice looking detail. Let me add 2 more little bits here. I like that. That looks really nice. Now, I don't want to put that on the outside. That is only an inside thing. So, yeah. And I will admit it gives the cave some teeth. I gave the cave some teeth. I'll probably put another one right here. Or it could be something like that. Go extremely large one here. Go with a large one here. Another small one there. Like the rest is roots. Like, I really think that's a really nice detail to add. And I think this one more group of stalactites should do it. Probably just a small group. Right around there. I'm gonna put a large one in right there. I think just some roots. And one more. It's on the corner here. We'll go 1, 2, 3. One right here. 2 here. It's orange. In the middle. One there. I think that's good enough for these little stalactites, which are really nice. Not only these stalactites I made, I honestly really like these. Like, the pattern itself is not a bad pattern. It's how I implemented it that just looks... ugh. Yeah, I shouldn't have made it like this, but it's fine. May not have been my original intention, but that's okay. Now, what we're going to do to put around these, not the whole thing, just a little bit like that. I'm going to put some glow lichen just around the stalactites a bit. And put one little bit there. Which I think will provide enough light. We'll add just a bit more there. I think that's good enough. Let me actually put it. you can. It's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty nice. But I think that's good enough for the glowstone and the dripstone, so I can finally get rid of all of that. And now, the last little feature. Some moss. Just gonna break up some of this a bit. It's these little moss patches. Where I'm just gonna place a bunch of moss. Pale moss to be precise, because honestly, we're talking about a cave here. It makes sense to do this. Alright, now I'm just gonna place some moss carpets. Jeez, I've been getting like a lot of Steven Universe TikToks lately. And I'm just like, ooh, I haven't seen this show in like years, man. Yeah, I honestly have not seen that show in a long time. But yeah, I still think my favorite character is either Garnet or Sunstone from that show, because Sunstone's funny. Anyhow. Oh, that's right. You can only have it. So I'll put a little bit like that, I guess. I didn't think I could do that. I think that's actually a really nice detail. I think that's good enough. I think that's a cave. Ooh, cave. Now, I'm probably gonna stop the recording for right now, and I'm gonna see what I can come up with for the salamander, and I'll just show you guys the finished product once the salamander is built. And then I think we'll call this one complete. But before I even do that, I'm probably gonna go ahead and get rid of those little things. Probably go ahead and get a green too. So there's already like a check mark. But anyways, I'll see you guys when we have the finished product. And it's done. This is, I know, this is absolutely terrible. Let me turn this back on. I know, it looks absolutely terrible. I said I was gonna try to make it look like the Frozen thing, but I think I made the Dane... I think I accidentally made the Dane Brontosaurus from Poppy's Playtime. Yeah, I think I just made Bronto, or whatever the heck the name is. It's still happening. But yeah, this is the best I could do. I went with some acacia for the legs. I went with mud bricks for the belly, and I went with mangrove for the overall main color with some blackstone eyes. Honestly, for my first ever cave and my first ever animal build, I think I did pretty decently good. Not the best in the world, but hey, I think I did good. Yeah, no, honestly, I think this turned out as best as it probably could. I'm not sure what I'm going to build in the next video, so if any of you have any ideas for the next episode, definitely put that in the comments. I would really like to see what you guys think. And that video that I made, the tier list, honestly, it did very well. But I need to get the other ones edited and put out there as well. I have a lot of videos I need to get to uploading. This video and the escape room, that was the previous video, will be the first ones to release. I will gradually get the other ones out, especially once the DLC for the final DLC for Dungeon Stranger is out. But anyways, I don't really have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully the next build is actually pretty decently good. Hopefully. No, maybe I'll make a wizard tower or something. Or maybe just an animal. Like a dragon. Yeah, I'll try to make a dragon. I have no idea what it's about. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!